are here today with the owner of Mary's Child and Pet Care. So this is our small business spotlight. So Mary, why don't you just tell us a little bit about what your business is in the first place?
Of course. Well, thank you for having me. So my business is a child and a pet care agency. So we do both. Oftentimes we are, in the home assisting with the children. And most of the families have pets in the home, animals, multiple dogs. So we're always, caring for the fur babies and the children. But we also offer a separate pet care service in the event that, families on vacation or what have you. So we'll be able to offer that as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm super excited about this spotlight because I just feel like this is something that the Winchester community needs so much. Have you kind of like found in your experience over the past few years that you're meeting a need? What's it been like so far?
Absolutely. So when we branched out a year ago into the Winchester area, absolutely. I was, being contacted all the time. One of the first families that I met here had said, oh, this would be great. Like a lot of moms and dads, or even families that are fostering a child, right? So it really, there are so many opportunities to help families. Recently I met with a grandmother who has custody of the children, and she was really looking just for some respite care, just to have time, on her own. So yeah, there is such a big need. And I just feel like there is so much room for growth, even like in churches and just the local community. It's always nice to have an extra set of hands when working with children.
Absolutely. Yes, I can attest to that. So tell me a little bit more about how your business is set up and what kind of makes it unique and what makes it look different than just a babysitter going to babysit somebody.
Of course. So I myself, as the owner, I've been working with children for over 20 years. And so I will never refer a sitter or nanny to a family that I haven't seen their work. I haven't, personally, I vet the sitters. And so as of yesterday, I recently placed a nanny with a family, and that parent, they said that the nanny that they, had interviewed, everything was set up. The mom was returning back to work from maternity leave, which is very common. And the nanny just took a different job and they were blindsided. And so being there, I am a support to families. I am, I have a degree in social work. And so, helping family units to stay strong, seeing the community stay strong, being a part of that behind the scenes, so that mom, didn't have a disruption in her return date back to work. That is something that is unique. I don't see other agencies that have owners that have like the degree in social work where they can bring, a leader that is compassionate. So I'm teaching the girls. We don't have any males yet. We don't have any nannies on our team yet. But that is something that, I'm open to in the future as we get more applicants. So we placed a nanny to help that mom I mentioned in less than a week.
Awesome.
And yeah, so just knowing that mom is set and, prepping that nanny, right? So mentoring them. I was able to work with that nanny for a whole year. And now I can see her spread her wings and kind of fly with the family. And it's just very rewarding. So, I'm always coming up with different policies and ways that we can help families and make sure that we're reliable. And so, I think the brand is very unique. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I don't feel like there's much in this area like that. So I think you're definitely meeting a need, which is super exciting. And then kind of transitioning to some real estate stuff. So this is on my real estate page. So for anybody who's thinking about buying or selling or anything like that, how do you think you can support these clients?
That is a good question. And I recently met a mom. She had just moved, purchased a new home, moved from out of state. So she's new to Virginia. And when I arrived, they warned me there was no furniture or anything. They were literally still unpacking. They're still getting acclimated. This is, a new home, the children, just being there to support the children. Like, I'm so excited that, this is your new home. And, just sharing in that excitement with them. but giving the parents a time to have a break. Moving can be very stressful. They just went through all that house on, closing and all that you can, I'm not, I don't really know too much about that. But I do know that, the families really need sometimes babysitting services if they're coordinating with their realtor and, they're aligning their schedules to go look at a few homes and they want to kind of bang out a few in one session or one date. Helping them with, let's say, their animal, their dog, needs to get let out, but they want to like shoot after work and go look at a new home that was listed. So we're able to help and support, in that way, in that capacity.
Yeah, definitely. And even as the seller, I'm just thinking back to my selling experience. I would just load the dog in the car and drive in circles around my neighborhood for an hour or two. So it would have been nice to think about having that service. So that's awesome. Yeah. Now, if people want to get in touch with you, how can they do that?
So we are on Facebook. We are facebook.com/Mary Stroud and Petcare. And we're also on Instagram, which is at Mary Stroud and Petcare. And then we do have a website, www.marystroudandpetcare.com. So all of my contact information is there. They can find me that way. And, we obviously always do a free consultation just to go over their needs and do an intake.
Awesome. Very good. Well, I will definitely tag you in this post here. And then there's going to be a giveaway for a gift certificate, kind of in honor of Valentine's Day coming up. So if you want to go on a date night with somebody special or whoever. So thank you so much for chatting with me. I could probably chat about this organization all day. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.